Good morning. We look today at Psalm 26, 27, and 28. And again, all three of these Psalms are Psalms of David. And they're, just continue to be Psalms of praise, of thanksgiving, prayer for deliverance from enemies. And, that's what 26 is, the header is in my Bible again. It's a prayer for deliverance of enemies and a lament, a pouring out of everything. He says, "Vindicate me, O Lord, for I have walked in integrity. I have trusted in the Lord without wavering. And, prove me and try me, test me, and you will find that I am faithful. I walk in faithfulness to you." And so it's, he's telling the Lord, reminding the Lord of his faithfulness, of his never wavering. He says, "I don't walk with the worthless or hypocrites. I don't take company with the evildoers. I don't sit with the wicked," and I watch my company. I watch who I associate with. And, this is one of the things that is really important. And a lot of times as youth, we don't understand that, or we're not so much aware of that. If you hang out with a wrong crowd, you're kind of apt to get into a little bit of trouble. And, if you surround yourself with good friends when you're young or old, we just have more of a tendency to do good and to remain, on that right relationship with God and with others around us. He says, "I wash my hands in innocence. I sing a song of thanksgiving, and I tell of your wondrous deeds, and I proclaim your greatness, O Lord," verse 8, "I love the house in which you dwell." To think about that, to be happy and to be content with your faith and with your trust in God, and knowing that God lives in you, and I love the house in which you dwell, the leading our lives the right way, and all of those things that way, I think, are in there. And in verse 11, he says, "But as for me, I walk in integrity." So he's he's being faithful. But then the next word, "Redeem me and be gracious to me." Even though I walk in integrity, even though I do everything as right as I can, I need you to redeem me. I need you to buy me back from the sin and from the temptation and from the devil and from the evil ways of the world. This is what to redeem something means, to buy it back. And so David is saying to God, I need you to buy me back. Even though I walk in integrity, even though I'm as good as I can be, I need your love, I need your grace, I need your forgiveness. He says, the last verse is, "My foot stands on level ground, and in the congregation I will bless the Lord." He's not wavering. He's not, following the wrong paths. He's standing on level ground. He's following the laws as best he can, and having that right relationship with God. Psalm 27 is a psalm of devotion, of prayer. Most of them we're going to be able to find, prayer life in them. And a seminary professor one time in class said, you can tell a preacher that reads and spends a lot of time in the Psalms, because you will find, phrases from the Psalms in their prayers. And I guess, to some extent that's true. And I know I'm well aware of many preachers, pastors that in their prayers they will, quote a verse or two from the Psalm, from a psalm here or there every once in a while. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But here, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Of whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" When God is with us, he's saying we can stand against everything. "When evildoers assail me, they shall stumble and fall." I've got the first and last lines of verse 2 underlined. I had the whole of verse 1 underlined in this Bible. But it's a kind of, we've got the saying, no, I just lost. I thought about it earlier. You get what you get, what you do comes back to you. You know, you're going to get what you got coming, and all of that. You know, that karma kind of stuff that way. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. The wars rise up, I will be confident. You know, when you are surrounded by people that are, I mean, not even maybe surrounded, but, you know, when you got people that are working against you and saying things against you, and, you know, or if you're in a time of battle, and, you know, you don't have to be afraid. And this is, you know, sin, death, the power of the devil. These are our enemies, and we don't need to fear them because God is with us. One thing I asked of the Lord, I will seek after, to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. You know, and that's kind of echoes, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever, from Psalm 23. You know, I seek to be able to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the temple. You know, and he will hide me in his shelter. And I will sing and make melody to the Lord. And verse 8, I've got this last line of that in the first part of 9. Your face, Lord, do I seek. Do not hide your face from me. You know, don't make it hard for me to find you. Don't appear to be far away from me, but Lord, but help me to realize and to remember that you are as close as my breath. You know, do not hide your face from me. And then number 10, verse 10, if my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will take me up. The Lord will not forsake me, even if my mother and father do, even if my best friends do, even if the world forsakes me, God will not forsake me. You know, and you know, when we kind of get ostracized sometimes, maybe a little bit, you know, in certain areas for being a Christian. Not so much here out in rural North Dakota, we don't feel that, but once in a while, someone can make you feel, you know, a little bit that way. And it's just, I mean, you know, even though someone forsakes us, even though somebody makes fun of us for our belief or for our trust in God, you know, we don't need to worry about it. He says, teach me your way, lead me on a level path. You know, here's just the last verse he was saying. He said, my feet are standing on level ground in verse 12. And here he says, teach me your way and lead me on a level path. You know, to help me follow the law. Help me, you know, you've given me the laws, you've given me all of the tools I need to live the best life I can. So help me, Lord. And in verse 14, wait for the Lord, be strong, let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. Sometimes we need some patience, and oftentimes we want it right now, you know, but to wait for the Lord, you know, sometimes it's hard, but to be strong, to take courage, to know that God hears us, to know that God walks with us. All of those things are important. And then Psalm 28, again, he's asking for help, you know. To you, O Lord, I call, my rock. Do not refuse to hear me. For if you are silent, I shall go down to the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications. I cry to you for help. I lift my hands toward your holy sanctuary. Again, I mean, how often do we feel down? How often do we need somebody to help pick us up? How often do we have something happen that just, oh my, you know, and we kind of shake our heads, and, you know, it just seems to happen a lot for some people. And, you know, so I think part of David's cry here is, help me not wallow in self-guilt. Help me not worry so much about things that I have no control over. Remind me that you are with me. He says, do not drag me away with the wicked. And here again, it's, you know, being aware of who you're hanging out with, of you know, if you're going to be in a gang, you know, I mean, these inner city gangs and some of the gangs we hear about don't lead to good paths, you know, and there are, you know, some gangs that have a bad reputation, but yet, you know, they do an awful lot of good. I mean, I'm thinking, you know, one of the groups, I mean, Hells Angels, I mean, they have a kind of a notorious reputation, but yet they do a lot of good in a lot of ways, and they work for an awful lot of good, you know, but they have his reputation some ways, you know, and so we need to be aware, again, of who we're watching out with. Verse 6, blessed be the Lord my God. Verse 7, the Lord is my strength and my shield. In him I put my trust. I give thanks to him. Who better to trust than God? Because God will never fail us. God will never let us down. God will never turn his back on us. God will always welcome, always forgive, always lead, always guide, always redeem. God is gracious because he can be nothing else.